Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to the sound test room. Today we're going to do a beginner-friendly tutorial on how to build a basic synth inside of Drambo and then save that synth as an instrument you can use anywhere, whether it be in your AUV3s or whatever you like. So first of all, let's just turn this master volume down for this channel. And I'm also going to increase the voices here. We can go up to 16 now, but I'm going to put it on 8. So depending if you want a polysynth, of course, so I do. And then we need to think about the components in our synthesizer that we would like. So I think I would like 3 basic analog style oscillators. So click on the little plus here. Oh yeah, first off, go new, 8 tracks MIDI to CV. Okay, and this will give you the same thing, and we'll make sure we turn our volume down as well because things may get a bit loud at first. So what do we want in our basic synth? That's what we need to think about. So generator, something that makes sound. So an oscillator, we can have we could put an AUV3 in there if we like, or a pre-made instrument, but we could do this simple, right? So an oscillator, and you'll hear it will start to make noise because there's no amp envelope controlling it. So let's add another one. Let's add another oscillator mini and another oscillator mini. You're still only hearing one, and you're actually hearing this. Don't worry about these numbers neither. Okay. You're actually hearing this saw one, the last one added, so we can sort of, but you're not hearing these two. Okay, so what we need to do is next, let's turn this down a bit more. Hit the little plus again and go to mixer and just go and find the basic thing that says mixer, and you'll hear the sound will stop. Hit plus, connect it there. So you've got oscillate, ignore the number. And then now you'll hear the other one come in, and now we've got a mix for our 3 oscillators. Let's turn the master up a little bit now. And we set this to maybe a sine wave. So we've got a saw, a sine and a pulse. And we can, if it's a pulse wave, of course, we can do all sorts of cool stuff like that. Now, let's leave them open. The next thing we're going to add is an ADSR. So processor, and we'll scroll up until we see amp. And I'll do this with my fingers. And you have various ADSRs and attack decays, attack hold, amp envelope ADSR, and now that sound has stopped. And if I play my MIDI keyboard now, because now we're gate, you'll see the colors. Now the colors are important. Okay, you will see about the colors. The amp envelope here is being routed to this mixer. You see the color, and then if you look at other colors, see they all correspond. Now, like I said, I want a polysynth, so at the moment if I try to play more than one note, I can't. So I'm going to add 8 notes in, and now I can play up to 8-note polyphonic. I can control the amp. So what else would I like in here? Well, obviously we'd like a filter. So Drambo works from left to right, and it will connect everything kind of previous to it. So if I say, for instance, okay, I'll move this slightly, just grab hold of it and move it slightly there till you see the plus, then you can let go and it'll open up the library. Now we want a filter here, and this is going to be filtering these 3 oscillators for us. So again, we want to go to processor and add an analog. You can add a filter, a modal resonator, or add an analog filter. And if I play now, you'll see that our filter is now filtering these three oscillators. If I was to put my filter before these, like this, it would do nothing because Drambo connects from left to right. Okay, so let's put it back there. So far we have a very basic 3 oscillator analog style synth with a filter. So we're still missing a couple of things. I want to add either 1 or 2 or more, as many as you like, LFOs. So remembering that if I add my LFO here, okay, we're going to be able to route that LFO anywhere we like, because it's going to be the first thing in the chain here. So we're going to go with modulator, and I'm just going to choose a basic LFO, put it here. Now, to attach an LFO to anything in Drambo, you will see that next to most of these little dials, there is a little like, looks like a play button. If you tap on anything that has a play button, you can assign anything to the LFO. So if I want to assign the cutoff here to an LFO, we've already got the one LFO. Just tap on it, tap on the control, choose the LFO, and you will notice immediately that LFO1 has appeared next to the cutoff. Okay, we can also connect LFO1 to anything else, example, the resonance, and then we'll get another LFO. And these are bipolar, so positive and negative as well. If we want to remove an LFO, just double tap it and go remove. And now if we want our LFO to influence our cutoff, all we need to do is increase or decrease this control here. So for example, if we want to say have the LFO, well, let's add another one. So let's have it, and we have our frequency here. So let's add another LFO here. We could add a mini LFO. It's just got kind of less controls. And if I tap on the frequency, don't forget I've put it before this. If I tap on the frequency of this one, I can attach it to this LFO. So now, give it something to do. This is controlling the cutoff. This is controlling the frequency. But maybe, okay, we will say, well, let's just set that to, let's just remove that. Well, let's get this LFO now, this basic LFO, to control the pulse width. So we've got this one, remember, controlling the cutoff. Let's set this one here to control the pulse width. So as long as it's on a square wave or a pulse wave, of course. So we get it to do something like that. So all we need to do, remember, is just either tap on the controller. As long as it's got a little, looks like a play button beside it, we can modulate it. Tap on it, connect it to this first LFO. And this is our attenuate, well, our amount, positive or negative. And because we have different types, so okay, so there's a basic 3 oscillator synth, couple of LFOs, a mixer, analog filter, and our ADSR. So all we need to do, slide it along here, is we just finished this off with some effects. So let's go to processor, and we'll use your standard basic effects. Okay, so we're in effects now. So we'll add a chorus because they're nice. And that will automatically connect, you see, because we're the last one in the chain. And you can see that we can't modulate the depth, but we can modulate the mix. Let's go and add in a delay effects. Stroll along a little bit further. And let's just add in a reverb plate. And now we've created a kind of a basic subtractive synth, okay? Well, when you look at it, you go, oh, there's a lot going on there. But when you build it up little pieces by pieces, and of course you can carry on adding stuff in, you can add more stuff. Let's just keep it as basic as possible. So we've got our quite a nice sound. We can change out the oscillators, we can tune them, of course. So that's nice. So how do we save this? Because at the moment, this is part of a project. And if I save this project in here, so save as a project, let me just show you. Test synth project, we'll call it. Okay, so we'll go, okay, save, bump. And if I go in there now and go say, open, you'll see that our test synth project is there. Well, it's already open. But it's not, this isn't an instrument as such. It will be an instrument exactly like this if you open the project. But if you want to use this instrument in other projects, this is the procedure you must now follow. On any of these modules here, any of them at all, if you just touch one and long hold and then let go and then just choose select all, it will select all these. It hasn't seemed to have selected my, let's stop that again and just go off it from my first LFO. I'm going to go select all and it will select everything. In fact, we could just go on the MIDI to CV, select all, and it selects everything in our synth that we've built. Okay, so I'm going to do this again. Right, so select all, and then I'm going to go cut. So this is important. Select all, cut, and that will take everything away. Now we want to go to new. And where it says 8 tracks, rack instruments, just tap that. Okay, tap that and you'll get this. This is kind of what you want. You can ignore this. But let's tap on this. Okay, and go to paste. So we cut it and now we're going to paste it. And there it is. And you will notice that it's contained within a box. And if I play, I think we could probably, oops, no, we're going to remove them all if we do that. But anyway, there's our instrument. Let's go here and click this button, and this will compress that instrument into one synth. But now we want to save the synth, okay? And of course you can go back in. If you tap this again, you'll get access to the inside, or you can add more effects onto the end of it, sort of thing, and carry on. But you've created quite a nice synth here with different effects. They're all available. We've got oscillators and things doing stuff. It's very cool. So now what we want to do is tap on this. Tap on where it says instrument. Go to presets. Choose a place to store it. I'm going to choose where it says Doug. And these are where my instruments are. And I'm just going to hit, let's see, what do I hit now? I'm pretty sure I just hit save, and I can rename this instrument now what I like. So I'll just call this test synth, and just hit enter. And now test synth, there it is, test synth should be there. So if I go to polybrass now, which is not poly because I need to increase the actual polyphony. I'm going to save that as well, actually. I'm going to save me poly, yes. Now my polybrass will be poly. There it is. Then we have another one. And then kind of another one. So different ones I've made, and then enter our one that we've already used, and this is our test synth. So there you go, that's how you do it. If you can always recheck the video to see and follow it through, but be careful if you're following through, and follow through the video's instructions to see how you can build your basic synth. Drambo is pretty much, it's epic. It's a full modular environment. You've got all your usual kind of math modules and everything, but it's also great for building synths, building effects racks. And if you want to go in now and say, go right, you're going to go just a new basic project like this, and you'll go, oh right, add, and then add generator, and go to your new instrument rack, and then go to where you've stored it and go to test synth. You can use this in anything that you want, including AUV3, of course, because Drambo is AUV3. I sincerely hope this has helped some people. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, consider becoming a Patreon, or making a super thanks or a donation to help support what me and Joe do here at the Sound Test Room. It's a massive help, guys. Anyway, brilliant, awesome, top job, cool beans. I will see you later. Ta-da.